Afternoon, guys. So when I first started making videos, I used primarily this little camera. Well, the first version of this. This is an Insta360 Go 2. Works good. The original one had issues with low light, and the mounting system was okay, but had its own problems. And the way those mounted was on these little magnetic pendants. You put this underneath your shirt, but your camera sticks kind of straight or up a little bit because just how the angle of the chest. Of course, that leads to building different pendants. So you build one like this where you have a 30-degree angle or so to give you that downward face that I need. But eventually, I was making low light stuff, and that little camera just wouldn't cut it. So I had to make my own system. I didn't want to have a chest rig on because it's hot, and I didn't want those straps rubbing up against me the whole time. So I ended up making a larger version of the magnetic pendant. This thing here. And while it may not look like much, it was really effective for quite a while. It works the exact same way. Put it on, take it, drop it under your shirt, just like so, and then your camera aligns to the magnets, just like that. Now, I've since made a few updates to it. Let me show you what we did. I'll show you a little information on the internals of it, and I'll post these files on Cults 3D for anybody who may want one. So if we look at the original pendant here, it had these two magnets on top, four on the bottom. There were two more in these holes here, and at the time I made it, I was just looking for a universal kind of mounting system. Problem was that these magnets push in from the front, so over time the glue would come out and the magnet, while it's still in place, could pop out. On the side I have adjustment points here, so unlike the other pendants that you're getting, you can take this one and you can adjust where you want it to sit on your chest with the 550 cord. Now what we did on the new one is we got rid of the two bottom magnets. We don't need them anymore, so those two are gone. And then we put all the magnets internal to this plate. So now they're all on there, but they're inside. They're going to hold a lot better like that. And here you can see how the 550 cord works on this. It's got a little knot on the bottom, goes around, and then you have your adjustment right here. Nothing too major. I also got these two screw holes on the front, and what those are for is I can put a little 16mm M3 in there, and then I can have a strap that goes around my chest just to hold it in place a little bit firmer. Here are some of the accessories I made over time. This is, again, I use a lot of these magnetic mounts. Let me show you real quick. Well, you can see it on the bottom of the camera. It's a I think it's a GP4. I made it in my last video. I posted about it. But I use a lot of these magnetic mounts, so that screws right in there. This is obviously a GoPro with the top and lower options depending on what you're doing. They're so tall because you have a bunch of weight on the top, so I wanted it to press down. This, while it does look funny, that is a light mount for these Milwaukee Rover lights. Fits on there just like that. And then it lets you have a chest mounted light while you're out working. And then here we have another slimmer straight that has a 1/4-20 in it. And this was a attempt to make I think that's a 45-degree one, but it has a 1/4-20 on it as well. Anyways, I'll post the whole system, the obviously this part here with the drawings on what you need to assemble one, and then I'll post all the different mounts that I've made for this rig. It'll all be on Cults 3D. I'll probably call it Foot Mod Chest Mount. I'll stick a link in the description on this video, and if y'all like it, make one. Okay guys, so here we see this thing in the chest configuration I have on the new one. And if you're wearing an undershirt, I don't think this would be an issue. If it's just to get skin though, imagine that 550 cord will kind of cut into you a little bit. But you can get this piece at Home Depot, and obviously the 550 cord. And you can put that anywhere you want. You could go down lower like the belt or something like that. But yeah, So that is the, I don't know, I guess you call it chest strap configuration for this magnetic mount, and then obviously your mount right on there like so on your shirt. Here I am wearing the mount out this morning while I was testing some streaming. Now, I was wearing the chest strap and an undershirt because I wanted to see if that 550 cord was going to rub real bad, and I didn't really have any issue. It's a lot more inconspicuous than the standard GoPro chest mount. So, lastly, this is the PDF that's going to be included with all the files. The first sheet here is your exploded view showing all your components that go into making the actual chest mount. The magnets, I bought them at local Home Depot. The flanged heat set, or the flanged heat inserts, you can get those off Amazon, and the screws you can get off Amazon as well. 550 cord, wherever, and material, use whatever you want. Now the next sheet here, this is all the components that are coming with the system, and these are all stuff that I've made over the years. The red is indicating special items, like one requires a GP4 mount, one requires GoPro, so on and so forth, and there you go. The last one is just the spacing for the magnets. That way you can easily go in there and design your own mounts. Of course, I'm going to give you the STL and the step files for all this stuff, so you'll be able to reference any of that. And finally, this is just the Colt 3D page. This is what it looks like. There you go. You guys, I hope that this helps some people out there. I hope people make this thing and make their own mounts for it and enjoy it.